Hello, guys, and welcome to South Africa with Feeling. White South Africans don't want to admit that everything that they have is due to white privilege. That most of the things that they have is because of apartheid. Apartheid. It's due to apartheid. And that wherever that they are today is because of the effects of apartheid. That's why they have all the privileges that they have, and that's why they have all the positions that they're holding. And whenever Black South Africans talk about equality, they talk about reverse racism and reverse apartheid maybe, and they threaten to leave. But when we tell them to leave, this is what happens.
Ngiyankosha mina.
Hey, awunkoshi
Mama uyankosha upapa.
awunkoshi ngiyacela ukuthi uhambe kula mapopayi
Angifuni ukuhamba.
ungishiye mina la.
Angifuni ukuhamba.
Yep, they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave. And that this is their new home. They don't know anywhere else other than here. But then they always threaten to leave, but they never do. So what brought about this conversation? Discam released a letter, I think on the 19th of September, stating that they are changing their leadership structures and they're not going to promote whites into like higher positions. They're going to put blacks in that position in order for them to like bridge the inequality gaps in the company. So okay, let me just read the letter by Discam and let's hear what they say. Dear all, following a recent review of both the employment equity profile in our total organization and the recent BBBEE verification process, it is evident that our organization's effort to effect transformation in terms of our employment profile remain inadequate in spite of the regionals making some inroads. Remember, we are growing at a fast rate, and a few appointments other than white don't cut it. It's the ratio between white and black that counts. So when no suitable black candidate is found and a white is appointed, we need several blacks just to maintain the status quo, never mind moving forward. With effect from the 19th of September 2022, the following will take effect. Number 1, a moratorium is placed on the appointment of white individuals. This includes external appointment and internal promotions. Secondly, no appointments are to be made on managerial level, senior, middle, and junior, without my direct approval as CEO, which was asked for recently, for formal authorization. Number 3, achievement of set employment equity targets will be incorporated into management bonus structures and the allocation will be issued in due course. This will form a large part of your KPAs, probably a third. That is for real. Each region has a base from which to work and a target. We are aware that there are recruitment and succession activities currently in progress. Senior management is to provide myself and Group HR Director with an overview of these activities by the 26th of September 2022. I will then provide feedback as to which activities may proceed. With Discam being a JSE listed company, these are harsh measures and necessary if we are to maintain profitable and to avoid a potential fine of 10% of turnover, which could cripple the business. This is a real threat to this stage. Kind address any concerns or queries with yours, with myself, or the other partner. So yes, that's the letter by the CEO to the management or the staff of Dis-Chem, stating that from now onwards, white people will not be put into higher positions unless like no black person is found to take the position. So this letter was posted on Twitter and it got a lot of people talking. A lot of people were talking about how this is unfair and how this is racist. And this was mainly by white people saying that this is racism and that people shouldn't be put into position because of race, but because of merit. But if we're being fair, a lot of these white people that are already in these positions have not been put there because of merit, but because of their skin. And now them doing this, as in putting black people into higher positions, is reversing the effects of apartheid, but they don't want that. They are enjoying the privileges that they have since apartheid, and they want to maintain that. I mean, they tasted the good life of it. They don't want to let go of it. So right now, let us just go through what people are saying on Twitter. And this is one user from Twitter, and this is what he posted. So according to his post, this is based from the Commission for Employment Equity report from 1999 to 2001, and it's an analysis of employers' report. And from this report we get that black employees represent about 13% of all employees in top management positions in South Africa, and the figure consists of 6 African employees, of which 3% are colored and 4% are Indians, and 87% of the people in managerial positions are whites. Moving on to the next one, he says that secondly, economic equity is working. Slowly, it's changing the profile of our workforce as per the latest 2021 EE report, where the top management, 63% of the top management are whites, 17% of them are black people. So basically, right now, as of 2021, 63% of the people in top managerial positions were white and 17 were blacks, of which that's more like a 10% increase from 2001. And another thing that he posted is that white people, like white supremacy, basically needs to go. He says that the Dutch colony plus British colony plus apartheid is equals to 342 years of white people who ruled. Our need to be on top turned us into monsters. And this is another post from another person on Twitter, and it says, I can't comprehend what my fellow white people believed should have happened after benefiting from centuries of racial privilege while the majority are violently oppressed. She further says, we didn't just wake up in 1994 in a meritocracy. It doesn't work like that. And addressing the scars of the past takes work. It takes intentional and legislated interventions. It takes accountability, humility, and empathy, among other things. It takes more than we've been doing. So basically, we need to do more for us to bridge this inequality gap that's so big. This is a comment from another Twitter user, and she says that it's not like Dis-Chem cares about black people being in management or BBBEE for that matter. They are worried about JSE and the 10% fine that might cripple their fast-growing business. Private sector is here to make money, not nurse our feelings. White will always come first. So basically what she is saying is that Dis-Chem doesn't really care about black people. They care about their business, and that there's a possibility that they might get a 10% penalty, of which they don't want to get the 10% penalty. So they might as well go with the flow, like go with the BEE, and make sure that they make it equal, they make the level equal, and they make the management more representative of the population that it's in, basically. So yeah, and we've seen AfriForum on the news now complaining about this Dis-Chem, and that they are taking Dis-Chem to court. What we have noticed is that AfriForum is making sure that they protect white minority rule so much that they just want to make sure that whites remain in power. And it's so funny that it's not funny. It's so sad that we have other black people who would support AfriForum that has no interest whatsoever for black people or whatever black people stand for, and they only care about their people. So we'll be following this case and see what is going to be happening in Dis-Chem. And my black people, please buy Dis-Chem shares just in case, because your friends are saying that they're going to be selling their shares, so we might as well start buying the shares. And yeah, let this companies employ our people. We have seen that unemployment rate is very high in South Africa, but it actually affects black South Africans more than it affects white South Africans. It is said that only about 10%, or there's only 10% of unemployment in white communities, compared to the large figure that they're talking about in black communities of about 30-something% unemployment rate. So we are in this alone, unfortunately, and we shouldn't expect people to let go of their privilege so willingly. And I'm honestly happy that this is happening. We need to see a lot of representation. I believe that there's more that we can do, because this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't seen that much change, so it will be nice to see a bit of representation. Let it represent the population that is in. South Africa is majority black population. We need to see that being represented. So thank you so much for watching.